It's rush training.
To AFL, former Essendon captain Dyson Heppel will begin his coaching career at rival club Collingwood next year, joining the club as a development coach. One of the biggest names in golf, Brooks Koepka, is reportedly weighing up returning to the PGA Tour after a stint with Live Golf. And Liverpool has left Mo Salah out of its squad for tomorrow's Champions League game against Inter Milan after a falling out with coach Arne Slot. Now checking 5AA traffic.
At Kensington, a burst water main, Kensington Road near Bridge Street, Athelston, road plates in use due to a previous burst water main, Gorge Road near King George Avenue. Quite busy for the drive home at Flinders Park, the ongoing works of Grange Road and Holbrooks Road, and busy at the moment South Road at the Dawes Road intersection. Cameras for the drive home today you'll find on Whites Road, Paralawi, and Midway Road at Elizabeth Park. Cupra Fermentor VZE plug-in hybrid from $47,990 drive away with a 14K Cupra subsidy. Available at MY23, MY24 models. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast. A top of 30 today and sunny for the rest of the afternoon. 29 and partly cloudy tomorrow. Sunny for Thursday and 32 the top. Friday mostly sunny and a top of 34. Saturday sunny and 27. Right now it's 28 degrees on 5AA. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News Tonight.
I'm Brenton Raglas. Tonight, a man charged with sending threatening messages to Crow star Isaac Rankin. Interest rates remain on hold. The game-changing discovery that could lead to a cure for age-related macular degeneration. The staggering amount of super you need if you're a renter. And the Aussie Quick, whose Ashes series is over. 9 News, your news, 9 at 6 on 9 and on 9 Now.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
Complete Care live stream, Facebook and YouTube. Now, this is where you want to tune in because not only will you get to hear our next guest, but you'll get to see him. And he's a good-looking rooster. We're happy to see him. His name is Patrizio. He is here tonight at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre performing for the masses, but he's here in the studio. Lovely to see you. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much. I never thought that finally times will arrive where people can see me on radio.
Yes.
Here we are. Ciao.
Well, it's, you know what, yours is a face that needs to be seen. Mine, not so much. But it's lovely to have you here. And I like the fact you're here the day of a performance. Like, I like the idea of the stars dropping by to say hello, to remind, because you know Adelaideans are late buying tickets. There'll be people listening to us this afternoon who'll go, you know what, my night's free. Let me get to the entertainment centre. Let me see you in action. It's going to be great.
Well, I came to say thank you very much because we did an interview some months ago. It was very nice, and a lot of fans wrote me messages on Instagram and whatnot. And I think it's a privilege always to say thank you to the people that support you and help and respect you. And of course, the opportunity to not just sit in the hotel room and wait till to go to the sound check for the concert. It's just now, 3 o'clock or something, and the show starts at 8. I have to be out in an hour, so sound check and stuff. Eat a little bit, and then show must go on. It will be great. 20 years of hits. A lot of fans that know me over the years, but also new people that got hooked on the music thanks to you guys because you're playing the music on and on.
Patrizio Buono, but we are allowed to call you. It's like Madonna. We can go with just the one name, can't we? People
Patrizio.
No.
Just Patrizio.
20 years. You haven't changed. You haven't aged. What is the key?
I think you need
What's
glasses.
the key?
You need the glasses. The key is...
Good genes, clearly.
I don't know.
Look after yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with aging. It's fine. I think I would be boring to look 20 years, 30 years the same like 20 or 30 years ago, like the baby face. I think it's okay. I don't have a problem with this. If somebody has a problem with it that I'm aging, then I'm sorry. But I hope then you should get the tickets in the very last row. I think they're still available. No, but I never thought about this. I always concentrate on the present and a little bit of the future, but the future is uncertain, the past you can't change, so the only thing that is really, really guaranteed is the present.
Do you know what I think it is? I think it's 20 years of fun. I think when you have a job like yours, when the first album came out and just exploded, and think about what you've done for the last 2 decades, to be able to perform to the masses as you have, to perform for the likes of presidents and popes and royal family and all of that, to release music, to have music that means so much for people to see live performance. I mean, that's got to be the best job in the world.
I never realized all of this that you said till we had COVID. I was sitting there, and I think everybody was sitting there going like, okay, what's going on now?
Yep.
So I kept staring at all these boxes and packages that were unwrapped of golden records. Why would I hang up and watch my face, looking at me? And then I just hung up all these golden records. I mean, over 15 million records sold. That's what the record company told me. I don't know. I never counted them. Does make me proud, but at the same time I was very busy watching my daughter growing up. She's 6 years old now, but at the time she was how many years ago is it now? So 2-3 years old, and fantastic time. I'm very grateful, gratitude, hard work, persistence, and a lot of luck as well, and a little bit of talent I guess would help. I
think a lot of talent. You're over 20 million now, by the way. Do you get plaques for that? I guess you do. Is that the record on the wall when we see the gold record and the silver, when you get to the millions? I always think that number, it's hard to imagine that there are 20 million people. Now, some people have got more than one album, sure, but there are millions of people with your music in their home. It blows your mind when you think about that, right across the globe.
But at the same time, you've got people like Julio Iglesias, who sold 300 million, or Elvis Presley, who sold 1 billion.
They've got a few years on you, though. You've got plenty of time. You'll catch up. You'll get there.
Well, we'll see. Record companies, I don't even want to mention them because nobody even said hello when I arrived. My concert promoters, Paul Dainty, my tour managers, what a lovely team. At this point, I'd like to say thank you to everyone, because success is not just one person. It's a whole team. Record companies used to be great. Now they just distribute the music. It's about the social media, really. But I'm very grateful, because at the end you can't fake talent, or you can't fake honesty. People feel it, that I'm honest, that I'm singing from the heart, that I'm having a lot of fun doing it. And as Frank Sinatra used to say, you can only be yourself, but you can be very good at it. And this is my secret.
You're one of those great artists that's able to cross over. You sing in English and people love it. You sing in other languages. We may not understand it, but it doesn't matter, because we still love it, because there's a melody and a hook and the emotion and all the rest of it. I was looking at your bio. You speak, I think, 7 or 8 languages.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Italian, German, English, French, Spanish, Polish.
That's right. I was born in Austria, in Vienna, in the heart of Europe. My family is from Naples originally. So I speak Italian. Neapolitan, which is an own language, is like, say, Gaelic for the Irish. And then, of course, at school, English, French, Spanish. And I had a Polish girlfriend, and that was the best dictionary I've ever got.
There you go.
And learned how to speak and learned how to drink vodka, and that was really great. I enjoyed it a lot. And I understand Russian and understand Ukrainian and Serbian and whatnot, but the best language and the most beautiful language, and it sounds so cheesy, is the romance, is the music.
So when you're in these other countries, though, if you speak in that native tongue, like, people must lose it, because if they feel like they're a part of it. Like, we can always appreciate, even if we don't understand the lyrics necessarily, you get the emotion of it, you get the highs and lows of song.
I score brownie points when you speak that language. I mean, even if I go to China on tour, or to Malaysia, Singapore, 2-3 sentences, ni hao, wo shi you patio, xie xie, just hello, my name is Patrizio Boni, thank you very much.
Yes.
Makes them happy, makes their day. But at the end, it's all about the music. I want to be remembered as a great performer, as a great singer. I don't care if people think that I'm so beautiful and so handsome and whatnot, and I speak 150 languages. I'm not running for the Pope. I want to be remembered as a great entertainer.
You're an entertainer and a performer.
Yes.
Your first album, if you think back to the Italian 20 years ago, if someone said to you, Patrizio, pick a studio that you would like to perform in, I'm going to have a stab and say Abbey Road's on the list. If you could have some accompaniment to that, I'm going to have a stab and say maybe the Philharmonic Orchestra, maybe we could chuck them in there as well. Like, it's just, were you born and bred on this music? Where did the love of this music come for you? Is it genetics? We say nature versus nurture. Is it something you learnt, or is it something in the family, in the soul?
My parents run an Italian restaurant in Vienna, in Austria. My father brought in 1964 the pizza to Austria. Only 1964.
Okay.
And he recorded the old vinyl records into cassettes. Cassettes, you say cassettes, not cassettes. I'm not in America. And so I was sitting around I was born in 1978, I gotta mention that, in the 80s, and listening to the music. And, today you just copy and paste a song in the computer and you've got the playlist. At that time we had to listen to 90 minutes being recorded, and I sang along immediately. And later you get braver and braver and sing along, and guests coming over. My mom puts me on the chair or the table. Come on, sing. And I wasn't allowed to be shy, and this is how it all started. Then competition somewhere in school and here and there. Then I discovered other music. I loved the rock and roll and the rockabilly music. Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, Fats Domino, rockabilly just really changed my life. But my dad died when I was 17, turning 18, and I kind of said to myself, I want to do this for a living, but will I be singing rock and roll? Am I credible? Will I have to change my name from Patrizio Buane into what? Pat Boone or something like that? So I said, no, I want to make my parents proud, and I want to sing these songs. And it was tough to find a producer that would look at you going, but these songs are old, and why would you sing it? And then I expressed, young kid, 20-something years old, wearing a nice suit with an orchestra, produced in a great studio. And I found the producer that financed my concept, and the rest is history.
What was the point where you knew you're a global sensation? Well, was there a point in time where you pinched yourself and went, I've gone from this young man performing for my friends and family and maybe concerts around my area to all of a sudden meeting the likes of the people you've met, performing in the venues? That for me is always exciting when I speak to international artists like you. I think of the places, the acoustics in some of the rooms you would have played in would be immense.
I'm very uncomfortable with expressions such as sensation or stars. I think somebody's successful, somebody likes what you do, thinks it's great, wants to check it out, buys the record, goes and see you, and that's already wonderful. But if it lasts more than 1, 2, 3, 5, 15, and now 20 years, that's sensational. But I'm just, the guy that has been extremely successful with his paninis and with his steaks, and and now other guys doing the same thing and equally successful, maybe more successful. I just don't know. I'm just doing my thing, and I'm extremely grateful. And it's great that because of internet, the world is becoming kind of smaller. It's a small world. I mean, you wouldn't want to wallpaper it, but it's. I've been traveling the world, promoting my music from Asia over to America and Canada and Australia and New Zealand and South America and all over the place. And it's just wonderful. I mean, I really worked hard for it. But now the music really crosses over. People stumble about my music in countries that I've never been. Mongolia. I just received a message from Mongolia that they find my music great. And music has no boundaries, really. And I really hope that in times of technology, things get substituted, you say, with the artificial intelligence and with all the Spotifys and the YouTubes and whatnot, that I will still be able to go and visit those countries and meet the real people, and not just do a interview on the phone, but sit live here in the studio, and the people can see me now on camera. I'm here, and just saying thank you so much for your support and love, and I hope that I'll see you in another 20 years. Yeah.
Well, it's hard work, and it's great that you've been able to achieve the success that you have. Before I let you out of here, isn't it the greatest gift of music that it is so universal? You can have a song that is loved across the world by different groups of people. But to me, I think the greatest, when I think about artists and people like yourself who've had your success, the best bit for me would be the fact that people take these songs into their hearts and their own lives, and it could be their wedding, it could be a funeral, it could be a birth of a child, it could be whatever. Your song is the song that when they play it then and they think about it, that's one of their life bookmarks.
You just said it. Many people chose my songs for their wedding. I hope they're still married. I hope my music brought them luck. But you see, people will not remember what we talked today about, or maybe what they saw on my concert, but they will remember how I made them feel. And I hope in a positive way, because it's all about feelings. I am not a person that wants to change the world and heal the world, but just to pause for 90 minutes or 120 minutes, depends if there's an encore, and say, this is the world of Patrizio, il mondo di Patrizio Buane. So that makes me extremely proud, happy, and I want to create more of these moments for all different generations. So I hope the people will enjoy the show tonight. If they don't, please don't tell anybody.
No, they certainly will enjoy it, because you talked about COVID. I think that's the other thing. Live experience was taken away from us. So when we get to see people of your ilk perform and you're in the room and you get to be in a community to do that, I think it's an absolute gift. It's lovely to see you. Congratulations on your success. Long may it continue, and long may you come back and visit us. And thank you for putting Adelaide on the list, because occasionally people of your ilk bypass us and they stay on the eastern seaboard and do Melbourne and Sydney and Brisbane. But not you. Tonight, Entertainment Centre. Patrizio Buane is performing 8 o'clock. Get your tickets now, folks. You've still got time. Few hours until the show. You can get on the Adelaide Entertainment Centre website, aec.net, and get your tickets and go along. An amazing night of entertainment guaranteed. I can promise you that. Patrizio, thank you for coming in.
Well, from your mouth into God's ears, and Adelaide has far too good wine not to come here. So thank you very much. I hope that the shops will stay longer open, because 5:30 is a bit too short for me. I'd like to visit a little bit more what you have in the shops, but the rest, thank you so much for all your love and respect, your support. Viva la dolce vita, which means long live the sweet life, the good life. I see you tonight. I gotta go. Ciao.
And yep, we clean up too. With inflatables, bouldering and footies galore, everyone can celebrate at AFL Max. Book now at aflmax.com.au.
They say one of life's biggest decisions is buying a home. But sometimes the hardest one is leaving it. At Anglicare SA, we're here to help you stay where you belong, at home. We offer support for everyday things like cleaning, gardening, cooking, but are also experts in care management, allied health, and clinical nursing. Because we believe there's no place like home. Let us help you stay where your heart is. Find out more at Anglicare SA. You are at home.
Signs you may have big D envy. You've been invited to a mate's house to watch the footy, but you decline. Another mate's having a birthday bash. You make up an excuse not to attend. And finally, you feel like your partner is comparing what you have to what your mates have. Avoid Big D envy. Get in touch with Big Difference Home Improvements. From outdoor blinds to stunning verandas, pergolas, timber decking and carports, Big Difference Home Improvements will change your life. BigDifference.com.au.
Hi, I'm Deepa Matthew, Family First candidate in next year's state election. This election is about who will take the pressure off families. As a wife and mum, I know what keeps me up at night. Bills, housing affordability for our kids and care of our own parents. We've already got enough on our plate. That's why I'm fighting to take the pressure off South Australian families. For more information, visit familyfirstparty.org.au.
Spoken by D. Matthew, authorised by L. Sheldon, Family First Party, Norwood.
Stop the clock. The biggest BYD offers are happening now at BYD. We're putting power back in your pocket with up to $4,500 cash back on your favourite BYD models. Drive home in the powerful Shark 6 Ute, the athletic Sea Lion 7 or the versatile Atto 3. That's up to $4,500 cash back on selected new BYD models for a limited time this December. Visit BYD Medindi, Fullerton, Salisbury, St Mary's or Ranella today. T's and C's apply. MVD 321623.
So there is no shortage of obscure but compelling content on the internet. Now, you know that. One of the most amazing things you'll find on the internet, though, is videos of old, poorly kept rugs that receive a stunning transformation. Have you seen that? So they'll have a rug. It's super black. It's super dirty. Then they clean it. They speed it up. You've got sound. You've got vision. It's amazing. One thing is for sure, though. At the end of it, you'll notice that the rugs come up so beautifully with the right skills. That's why Richard from Adelaide Rug Cleaning Studio is a master rug cleaner certification, and he's got decades of experience. He's like these guys you see in the video. The Adelaide Rug Cleaning Studio team work with a specialist Afghan rug repairer, and they will restore and protect your rugs from all over the world. Remember when your rugs were the original colour? Not what they are now because of kids and dogs and people. Well, there's pet odours and moth damage, delicate hand washing. They do it all. Book now because there is still time before all the family comes over for Christmas and the holidays. You can visit rugcleaningstudio.com.au or just drop into their FIVEAA studio and you can see true craftsmanship in action.
5AA Afternoons with Leith Forrest.
We're going to talk Love Actually after the 3:30 headlines with Tamira. How do you make a great film even greater? Why not just lower some of the sound and add a symphony orchestra? That is what is coming to Adelaide very soon. We'll speak to the host of that event in just one moment. In the meantime, we've got some great prizes to give away this week on 5AA Afternoons before I go off on summer holidays. One of those is Southern Skies, part of Polish Rhythms. It's Tuesday, the 30th of December at the Convention Centre from 7 p.m. Now, this is part of the biggest Polish cultural festival outside of Poland. It's called Pole Art. It's on from December 27 until the 5th of Jan here in Adelaide. And Southern Skies is one of the great shows of pole art. So if you'd like to get some culture, 8223 0055, we would love to send you off to that. First caller through, we'll send you off to see Southern Skies Polish Rhythms. A reminder too, every text, email and call in the running for our prize of the day. We want to thank Reese and Amanda for this too because this is so nice and generous in the lead up to Christmas. Kirkbride Seafood. They're the freshest, highest quality, sustainably sourced local seafood. Doothie Street there in Unley. We've got a $100 voucher to give away. We'll announce that at the very end of the show. All you got to do, call, text or email to be a part of the show. Turn your Complete Care live stream on if you haven't done so already, Facebook and YouTube, because Love Actually next.
You know those days where you just need to blow off steam? Forget the treadmill. Forget the boring gym routine. Paddle is the fastest growing sport in the world, and it's finally in Adelaide. Think tennis meets squash, but way more social. Grab a mate, form a work team, and see what all the hype is about at PaddleFit. 4 world-class indoor paddle courts just off Port Road in Theberton. Book a court online now and try this new craze. PaddleFit in Theberton.
Bookings are now available for Holiday Wonders' 5-day tour to the spectacular Melbourne Flower Show during March 2026. Experience this truly beautiful spectacle. This guided tour includes great accommodation, transfers and return flights. A special inclusion will be the blockbuster at the National Gallery Victoria, featuring the remarkable culture-changing and contrasting fashion between the world's leading fashion houses from the 1950s to today. Book now for this extremely popular tour. Visit holidaywonders.com.au.
Today's reverse ducted air conditioning systems offer so much more than just an on-off switch, which is why REQ Air Conditioning will spend as much time as you need to get familiar with all the functions and controls of your new system. It means you'll get the most out of it from the very start. No guesswork required. Stay cool, stay warm, save money and master the remote with REQ Air Conditioning and Energy Solutions. Google REQ Air Conditioning for a free in-home quote.
Trust FIVEAA, your local independent SA family liquor store to have whatever you fancy. They've been recommending great wine, spirits and beers now for 50 years. A lot has changed, but you can still discover great labels from far and wide. And they've always been champions for the many great winemakers, distillers and brewers right here. Trust 3 generations of experience. Trust FIVEAA, your local independent SA family liquor store since 1975. 50 years of offering whatever you fancy.
Grab a special double data deal at Optus. Get a massive 100 gigs of data for just $40 per month when you sign up to a new Optus service in select postcodes. That's double data and a special price for the first 12 months. Plus, keep your number and enjoy the freedom of no lock-in contracts. Visit Optus and get double data today. Available until withdrawn. From month 13, plan fee increases to $55 per month or is otherwise notified. Data inclusion is 50 gigs. T's and C's apply.
Hi, Hi, Rodney Jane here. Bob Jane T-Mart's epic summer sale is on now. Want a free tyre? Buy 3, get 1 free on selected Bridgestone, Yokohama or Kumho tyres. Get up to $200 instant cashback on selected tyres. Plus up to 40% off Monster Alpha and Commando alloy wheels. And no one beats our best tyre price guarantee. At Bob Jane T-Mart's, we'll look after you.
T's and C's apply.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, Tamira Francis with 3:30 News headlines. Online threats to Crows players and a 31-year-old Kensington Garden man's arrest highlights the dangers of social media. The body of a man has been recovered at Coffin Bay Beach this afternoon. The government concedes households would have liked an interest rate cut but wouldn't have been expecting one. And in sport, North Melbourne has announced a new captain for next season. The 5AA forecast, sunny and a top of 30 this afternoon. Partly cloudy and 29 tomorrow. Right now it's 29 degrees. We'll have more news at 4 on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Live, local. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. 5AA afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
Whenever I get gloomy with the state of the world, I think about the arrivals gate at Heathrow Airport. General opinion is starting to make out that we live in a world of hatred and greed. But I don't see that. Seems to me that love is everywhere. Often it's not particularly dignified or newsworthy, but it's always there. Fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, husbands and wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, old friends. When the planes hit the Twin Towers, as far as I know, none of the phone calls from the people on board were messages of hate or revenge. They were all messages of love. If you look for it, I've got a sneaky feeling you'll find that love actually is all around.
I feel it in my fingers.
I tell you what.
I feel it in my toes.
You could stick that in my veins, that particular scene. Love Actually is coming to Adelaide in a very special performance, and I'm so delighted. If you check out the Complete Care live stream right now, you will see a very festive and summery-looking friend of show. The lovely Amelia Ryan is here. Great to see you. Thank you for coming in.
It's really lovely to see you as well, Lee. Thank you for having me.
Oh, my Lord. Hugh Grant doing the monologue. That's how I feel every time I walk into the Adelaide airport. I look at these families and I go, they're about to go off on this amazing adventure, or they're coming home to loved ones. Like, I would love to work at the airport.
And that's not even at Christmas time. That's any day of the week, right? I know. Just listening to that, it makes me so teary and nostalgic. It really strikes a chord, doesn't it?
So we have Love Actually in concert. It's magical Christmas fun. It's Friday the 19th of December at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre in the arena, the big room.
In the big room.
Big screen, big orchestra, the Southern Cross Symphony Orchestra, and our host is your good self. I was so thrilled when I found this out because I didn't realise there was a host.
I know. It's that really kind of, if you think back to the vintage kind of hosts before a movie back in the day. So my job is to come out, warm up the crowd, give them permission to laugh, to cry, to feel, to whoop, to holler, to cheer. And I've also got some props that I bring out. So it's nice. No expenses are spared here. And if you think about what a host might be doing in that scenario, I'll give you a cue. It's a big A3 bit of paper.
Yes.
It's got the words. I've got the cards, and I can live out my best kind of moment holding out those cards as though I were holding them up to Keira Knightley herself.
I mentioned this earlier in the show. I think it's the greatest Christmas movie. Like, I can watch it over and over and over again. And I was telling you off air that we had a group text going on when it was last on Channel 7 about 2 weeks ago of people just saying how much they love this scene and this character and that tangent. Have you always loved the film? Was it something that when you saw it for the first time you just went, oh, this is filmmaking, this is Christmas?
I've always loved it. So it came out in 2003, wasn't it? So I would have just finished high school and I loved it then. I love it now, and it never gets old. I think that's the most wonderful part. It's almost as ritualistic as unpacking the Christmas tree or, turning on the Christmas lights. It's like, I've done that. Oh, still haven't watched Love Actually. That's got to go into my Christmas week.
Yes.
So, yeah.
But it's funny because it's a polarising film. There are some people who don't, whereas I look at it and go, I'm not sure you can cram more stars into a movie at the one time, because every storyline and arc there is just like legendary performers all through it.
What's not to love? Like, I'm sorry, but like, how could you not love Love Actually?
Can I picture so I flagged this the other day with Joe Hildebrand. So he says, in his estimation of this film, he says the Alan Rickman, Emma Thompson is a heartbreaking story.
Yes.
He talks about the fact that the Andrew Lincoln, or as I know him, Rick from The Walking Dead, Keira Knightley, that arc doesn't really play out in romance for those two. So there's a couple of stories where Laura Linney's character, who has, she looks after the brother, not the boyfriend. So there's a couple of bits of sadness in it. But I go, I don't see it that way. I see it like...
But that's humanity. That's real.
Correct.
Like, and that's what I love about it. It's that, when Emma Thompson's character opens that Christmas present, it's not the jewelry. It's not what she thought it was going to be. But she still puts on that brave face in the spirit of Christmas. And I'm not saying that we need to squash our feelings by any means, but it's so parts of it are just so beautifully relatable because you don't always get the happy ending. And I think that's what the film captures so beautifully. But those final airport scenes when the families are coming together, it's just really real for me.
In a weird way, it's lucky that Alan Rickman has passed because he cops it every single time this movie is shown isn't that a great story arc and a great line where when Emma Thompson realises that the present is not for her, like that's Hollywood heartbreak, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I think it's, it really speaks to that complexity of marriage. It's like, I think he's got that line of, it's basically like, I've stuffed up. Like, he goes, I've really stuffed up. And it's like, you have, buddy. And you sort of think, I wonder if there was a sequel, what would happen with that, marriage and that storyline.
There is a great cameo in that, of course, with Rowan Atkinson.
Looking for anything in particular, sir?
Yes, that necklace there, how much is it?
It's £270.
All right, I'll have it.
Lovely. Would you like it gift wrapped?
Then there is a humour in that because there is such angst and there is anxiety of the audience going, he's going to get caught, she's going to find out, it's not going to happen. I mean, it's comedy brilliance, but it's suspenseful.
It's so suspenseful, and I think it's already suspenseful at Christmas time. You're already in a rush. You're already trying to beat the traffic home or get the car out of the car park. So add in this sort of semi-affair that's happening, or it was an affair. Yeah. Yep. And that just adds a whole other level of drama. So, yeah, it's delicious suspense.
But it also leaves you enough because you don't actually see them physically together. So it's almost... she has the necklace, but you don't see them together, which is great storytelling too. Like
Absolutely.
You don't physically need to see it. It tells enough for that. My favourite, I played this earlier in the show, my favourite arc, and I'll ask you yours in a second, is the Juliet and Mark, which is the Keira Knightley and the Andrew Lincoln. And particularly that scene where she finds the videotape or has a look at the videotape of the wedding itself, and it goes like this.
But you never talk to me. You always talk to Peter. You don't like me.
I hope it's useful. Don't show it around too much. It needs a bit of editing. Look, I gotta get to a lunch. Early lunch. You can just show yourself out, can't you? It's a self-preservation thing, you see.
So that is universal in that everyone has gone through a stage probably in their life where they have liked someone and that other person doesn't know and they feel invisible to that other person and maybe you act accordingly to that and then that person has that realisation. It's amazing, I reckon.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, ideally it wouldn't be your best friend's wife. But,
yeah, that's slightly problematic and people have an issue with that. But
can't always choose who you fall in love with. I think my favourite through line, I mean, I do love all of the character relationship journeys, but I really, really love that scene when the curtain comes up on Hugh Grant and Natalie. I think as a mum who's going through all the Christmas concerts and, you know, the rush to get there and the costumes, etc., there's just something that's beautifully relatable. Not so much the Prime Minister at the back of the room, but it's just the whole atmosphere. And then when the pennies drop and all of those character relationships play out and you're like, oh, that person's cousin or brother or nephew or blah, 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 blah. It's just, I don't know, it's all wrapped up in a lovely little Love Actually bow, and I'm here for that.
It's funny to see there are people who look at the Billy Bob Thornton character in this film and think it is Trump-esque. It's like, this is what we need to do. We need to stand up to the bully in this case, which Hugh Grant does. Everything from the Pointer Sisters song dancing to, again, it's a great line in the film. It's a great, I don't want to use the word arc because there's 50 arcs, but isn't it? It's a great storyline in this film. And
it's interesting that, you know, 20 years on, 22 years on, that storyline still plays true. You know, that's still what we see out of particular countries and, you know, so yeah, timeless in that sense.
Simon on the text says, remember kids, don't buy drugs. Become a rock star and you get them for free. That's Simon. It's, that Billy Nye character, the Billy Mack character, is excellent.
He's so good.
Isn't it fun?
So good. Yeah.
There's a great line where he's talking to his manager, of course, which again is one of the essences of Christmas and this time of year, and that you work out who you actually want to spend your time with.
I realise that as dire chance and fateful cock-up would have it, here I am, mid-50s, and without knowing it, I've gone and spent most of my adult life with a chubby employee. And much as it grieves me to say it, it might be that the people I love is, in fact, you.
Well, this is a surprise. 10 minutes at Elton John's, you're as gay as a maple.
So good. It never gets old.
No, I agree. That shows the quality of film, doesn't it? Where you can watch it over and you know the lines are coming, you know where the story's going, and yet you're still heartbroken for Emma. You still love that line.
There's not many movies I can watch with that level of commitment every year, I must say.
No, I agree. Yeah, it's a family tradition for us. So we watch that, and the kids also love the Polar Express. So that's sort of on our list.
Oh, fun.
Maybe we could do that with the orchestra one day too. How does this work? So tell us, on the 19th of December, when we come and see you at the Entertainment Centre, 7 p.m. in the arena. I imagine it's a big family show too. Well, maybe kids could go.
I was just about to say,
there's a little bit of nudity in there, but still, my kids love it.
My son's 8 and he hasn't yet watched it. Do we think that's just, it's probably a bit, oh no, it is. It absolutely is, because I'm remembering a few of those scenes and it's absolutely not appropriate. Now I'm embarrassed I've said that on air.
No, that's okay. Maybe just go and get a drink at that particular moment. What's that guy's name, that actor? Yeah, he's great.
It's got to be 15 plus, right?
I would think so.
Yeah, okay.
But still, every generation up beyond that. So families in their 20s and above.
Yeah, yes.
But a fun family event, and then you get to see the live orchestra.
The live orchestra is really special because I think in a movie, you know, if a movie's done really well, you don't necessarily notice the underscore because it just supports it and kind of scaffolds it. But so to hear it and feel the orchestra, it really makes you appreciate the music on a much deeper level, and it's really special. It's really cool.
You're right. I wonder, I don't think I could do it. I think I would be caught up in the movie and forget, actually, this is my bit. I'm meant to play the strings in this. Yeah. You know what I mean? Here we go. Like, are they watching the sheet music? Are they watching the movie? Maybe they're doing both because they would need to. They're probably watching the conductor. So he tells them when to come in.
The last time I did this was at the end of 2022 because I was about 6 months pregnant. So I remember the year. My memory is that the score, I can't say this with confidence, I'm not quite sure where the screen goes and if it's behind or in front of the orchestra.
Okay.
So, yeah.
In the pit. But I love
They're not in a pit. No, they're on the stage.
They're on stage.
Yes, because when I come out to say hi, I'm right. There's not a lot of room between the musicians and the edge of the stage. So it's a little,
I'm looking forward to this. Amelia Ryan is my guest. She's the host. Love Actually in concert. It is magical Christmas fun coming to the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. We've got the scene that you love, Hugh Grant.
Right. So not quite as secret as we'd hoped.
What do we do now?
Smile. Little bow.
And see, Right there, that's where the orchestra kicks in. Like when that particular theme too, which we're not allowed to play because of copyright issues, when that kicks in, that will give you goosebumps in this particular venue.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Let's take a call. You got some headphones over there?
I do.
Amelia, put those on because Kay's going to speak to us from Glengarry. I'm hopeful that Kay's a lover of Love Actually. Kay, lovely to have you on.
Thank you very much. Yes, I am a lover of Love Actually. I've watched it about 6 times, I think. And I watched it a couple of Friday nights ago. It was on TV again. Sorry, my dog's barking at my neighbour.
That's okay.
And, but you know, my favourite part is when Hugh Grant dances down the stairs and caught out by one of the staff. I love that. But now I heard you talking about you watched it with your kids the other day. Now there's a couple of scenes in there, and I said to my husband, God, I'm glad we're not watching this with the grandkids. And I think you know. I think you know what I would be talking about.
Yep. When they're making the film.
Yes. That's a polite way of saying it.
When they're making the film. And I just sort of, you know, honestly, my grandkids are 16 and 22 and 26, but I would still feel embarrassed if I was watching it with them.
Yeah, it was a little bit awkward, Kay, to be honest. But I figure that, particularly for my 14-year-old daughter, 14-year-olds today know far more than 14-year-olds did in our day. So it's almost like there's that much in music and television and TV now. They get that it's sort of, it's not too explicit. It's kind of intending to be explicit, but it's not. So.
Oh, did they say to you, Dad, what are they doing?
No, I'm pretty sure they know. Have you listened to music of recent times, Kay? There's some pretty wild songs that are out there. No, they know. They know. But yeah, you're right. You want that to go. It's like any movie that you watch with your parents. You just, you know.
Yeah.
You want to move on pretty quick.
It's a fabulous film. I love it.
Good on you, Kay. Thank you for that. If you're a lover of Love Actually, we'd love to hear from you. 8223 0000. Amelia Roney's here, the host of Love Actually in Concert, which is coming to the arena at the Ensign on Friday, the 19th of December. Tickets are still available. Wendy says, every Christmas I decide not to watch Love Actually, but then I do, and I love it all over again. That's great filmmaking when you can have people that are not.
Yeah.
Sick of it. Keep going over and over and over. Dan from Plimpton. Are you a fan, Dan?
Of course I am.
What's your favourite storyline in it?
Liam Neeson's storyline with Claudia, where he meets Claudia Schiffer.
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
Yes. And he's got such a beautiful relationship with his son.
Well, the fact that he's also a widower, and he's a widower in real life, and now he's doing it with Pamela Anderson.
That is true. Although I think that might have been a little for the movie, but either or. No, I'm with you. And now that young kid, who his son in the film, because the film's 20 years old now, you know, that kid's a grown man. He's doing his own stuff. But yeah, that is a great storyline.
Definitely. It's a brilliant movie. It's a must watch every year, up there with Die Hard. Nice. Another great Alan Rickman movie.
Do you ever do it, Dan, where you watch Die Hard after so that Alan Rickman meets his ultimate fate for cheating on Emma Thompson?
Yeah.
Good. Hans Gruber sees the end of his life for what he did in the jewellery store. Thank you, Dan. Great. And that's what I like. There are so many different ways you could pivot. What's your favourite storyline in that? Someone in the office was saying to me before that they loved, it was Graham Goodings that said it. He loves the Colin Firth storyline.
Yes.
You know, the Portuguese, maybe Spanish, whatever.
Yeah.
He kind of likes that too. There's a sweetness to that. Simon from Lewiston, you a fan, Simon, of the film?
Hey, mate, come on. Of course I am.
Excellent, excellent. Which bit do you love the most?
Oh, well, definitely, I've texted you, so it's definitely the Bill Nighy stuff and the Portuguese one and a couple on the offside of it. I moved to Australia in 2002 because I'm only 50, I wish.
Yep.
And I watched it in England, in London, and then when I came here, it was released like 3 weeks later, so I had to watch it again because it was released after the English release. And I was born in Wandsworth, London Borough of Wandsworth.
There you go.
At the dodgy end.
Well done. Well, you got to get along, Simon. See it differently with an orchestra because with the Southern Cross Symphony under the roof there, that will be incredible as it plays on the big screen. This would be fun as a girls' night out.
Absolutely.
Or boys' night out. Boys, look, we've had 3 boys in a row. They love it.
Absolutely. Yeah, a few Christmas drinks. It's a lovely date night. I saw a lot of couples there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? You want to feel festive in a collective group. You want to be able to do that.
Absolutely.
Stacey from Richmond, What are your thoughts on Love Actually? Stacey?
Hi. I really love it. I love Hugh Grant in anything. But what I love the best is the singer, not his swearing as he sings, but when he was going to go off out and about and leave his manager on his own.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden the manager got a knock on his door and the singer turned up with a bottle of alcohol and said, "We are friends. We're sharing it together."
Yep, that's right. He tortures Elton John for his manager, Stacey. Lovely call. Thank you for that. This is going to be fun. Are you ready to go? You're festive? You're all good to go?
Absolutely. The only thing left to do is pick my frock.
Oh, what are you going to wear?
Oh, I'm thinking something red and sequiny.
Yeah.
I think it'd be rude not to.
Very Christmassy.
Absolutely.
So you host at the start, do you come back at the end? Or you host and then we watch the film?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And then, yeah.
Get a good seat?
Absolutely.
Get some prime viewing?
Yes.
Take your family or your friends? Maybe not the kids. It might be a little late for them.
I might take my mum.
Oh, bless. Yeah, that's a good generational.
Yeah.
Although you'll be sitting next to your mum with nudity on the screen, but that's all right.
I've got stories that no, but it's another conversation for another time.
You're one of our great Fringe people. You would have seen a lot of the Fringe over the time. I'm sure Mum's no stranger to that too.
Exactly.
Always lovely to see you. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Merry
having
Christmas
me.
to you and your family. So Amelia Ryan is the host of Love Actually in Concert. Tickets are available at Ticketek. Celebrate, folks, 20 years of love, laughter and unforgettable moments that make, in our humble opinion, maybe there's not so much humble about it, but you do agree it's the greatest Christmas film of all time.
Yes, absolutely. If not the only, but no, that's not true. There's Home Alone.
There is Home Alone. There's Elf. There's a couple of other good ones. National Lampoons.
Yeah.
Bit of Charles Griswold. We're happy with that too. But I think it's number one. Love Actually, Amelia Ryan, my guest.
At Coles, you can save for every kind of Christmas. Right now, treat yourself to Cadbury chocolate-coated fruit or nut jar, $2.70 to $3.40 grams for just $6. That's better than half price. In-store or online at Coles. Offer ends Tuesday.
Not every conversation stays with you. This one will. Join Stephen Bartlett as he asks the questions no one else asks. Search The Diary of a CEO wherever you get your podcasts.
Since 1935, Resthaven has supported older South Australians. For more than 35 years, that support has also extended into people's homes, where comfort, dignity and independence matter most. Our caring staff and volunteers have enriched the lives of thousands of older South Australians and their carers. Thank you for putting your trust in Resthaven. If you or someone you love needs welcome support at home, we're here to help. Visit resthaven.asn.au. Celebrating 90 years.
We've all had that dream. The one where your teeth fall out. Nobody really knows what it means. But we do know a trip to the dentist doesn't have to feel like a nightmare. At Burnside Dental Practice, we offer sleep dentistry. You'll experience comfortable care and a calming environment designed to ease dental anxiety. Whatever the procedure, say goodbye to fear and worry. You deserve great teeth. Book your next appointment with Burnside Dental Practice in Hazelwood Park. Visit burnsidedental.com.au.
You've selected your block up on the river. Your mind is buzzing with ideas. This is going to be the best river home ever. Raised high, breezes flowing, great times ahead. But first, you need to walk through the Selector Homes display village and let your design ideas flow. Selector Homes have been creating holiday homes for over 25 years, and they are experts in building pole homes. Selector Homes and Building Solutions Display Village, Port Wakefield Road, Burton. Visit selectorhomes.com.au.
What's worse than running out of gas during the Christmas barbecue? Or the gas burner cutting out right as you're cooking your favourite steak?
Come on.
At Max Built Trading Co, we've been keeping barbies sizzling and meat medium rare since 1946. From refilling gas bottles to those hard-to-track-down spares for your gas burner, Max Built has quality products and reliable solutions for all situations. Visit us at Research Road, Paraka, or head to our Facebook page for more.
End the year on a high with a great deal from Mawson Lakes Volkswagen. The huge end-of-year stock clearance sale is on now with new and demo Volkswagens priced to clear. Get immediate delivery and easy finance options. Hurry in for your perfect model and colour. The sooner you get to the showroom, the better your chance of scoring your dream car. Mawson Lakes Volkswagen's end-of-year stock clearance sale. Ends soon, so hurry. Salisbury Highway, just a short drive from the city.
FIVEAA Afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
7 minutes to 4. Complete Care live stream. Facebook and YouTube. Tim Geneva coming up in a second. I'll let you know what's coming up on the big show. We'll find out after 4 o'clock with the return of Stephen Rowe. I'm just looking sideways here to producer Blake because we have to give away a $100 Kirkbride seafood voucher. Blake puts all of the names of the texts, emails and callers into a hat and he'll fire a name to me in 1 second. Kirkbride Seafood Co. is the freshest, highest quality and sustainably sourced local seafood you'll find. Doothie Street at Unley. If you love a bit of seafood for your Christmas dinner, your Boxing Day lunch, get it at Kirkbride. Do we have a name, Blake? Jody from Netley. Congratulations, Jody. $100 worth of Kirkbride seafood is coming your way. On the text, Kimberly from Croydon Park, who won yesterday, she said, I would like to thank FIVEAA for the amazing Kirkbride seafood voucher I won on Leith's show. Merry Christmas, all announcers, producers, and all FIVEAA loyal listeners. Good on you, Kimberly. Thank you. Enjoy your seafood. Tim Geneva. You would have a bit of seafood, you and Ange, on Christmas Day, or are you not a seafood eater?
No, Reese and the team very well. Go there regularly. My favourite down there is the actual marinara mix that they pre-do.
Oh.
So I don't have to put it together. It's already there.
So it's good to go.
Oh, my Lord, is it good. Yeah, so then I can just boil the pasta. That's something I can do. That is something I am capable of.
Do you know it's funny you say you're friends with Reese? It's such an Adelaide thing. So Amanda coaches my daughter in netball and her daughter plays with it. Like that's very Adelaide, isn't it? That there's 6 degrees of separation.
So
everywhere.
my wife worked with Reese's auntie for about 10 years.
Of course she did.
It's just Adelaide. It is Adelaide all over.
That is great. What's on the big show coming up after 4 o'clock?
Yeah, look, we're going to cover off the Reds lost. They went down 1-0 and they've got to play Melbourne Victory away.
Yep.
It's just a little precarious at the moment. You got to get enough wins before Christmas. Money in the bank, I call it, in the old A-League. So Dylan Pierce, one of their stars, he'll come on the show and just tell us where that is at. Rowe returns, so there's a big return.
Excellent.
And he's a bit fired up about the English. He doesn't feel like they're worthy of playing in the Ashes.
So this is when Rowe's at his best because he's a little sort of grumpy. He's coming off that sickness. He's probably a little fatigued.
But
got to be in his bonnet.
Well, he's fired up about this one. He's looking forward to lashing out at the English.
Oh, good.
Indeed. So Adelaide Crows had, of course, Mr. Burgess. He was Darren Burgess. We know very good in the high performance space. He's left. Ian McEwen comes in as high performance manager. So we're going to interview him and get a bit of an insight into what he's done, where he's been, and what he's going to do with the Adelaide Crows.
Oh, good.
Which is great. Gideon Haigh, we know, loves writing books, loves it. So he's done another one. It's about lots of Ashes, but not so much the moments of the Ashes, but a lot more about history and some of the stuff that I was reading through and learning about. So do you know whoever made the first Ashes Test 100?
No.
An Australian called Charles Bannerman. There you go. Yeah.
Do you know what? If
you knew that name, didn't you?
If there was someone to write the book, it's Gideon Haigh.
Yeah,
correct. He would know. Yeah.
But then he'll go from that and he'll go to a Warne moment or a Botham moment or something like that and then talk about those things that have made up this incredible rivalry that is the Ashes. They're struggling on Aussie soil. Now, we heard Stuart Broad say worst team since 2010-11, which is the last time they won in Australia.
Yep.
Do you realise they have not won an Ashes Test in Australia since?
Correct. I saw the stat the other day and there was a photo of Ben Stokes and it was LLLD, LLLD. Like they have not won for such a long time.
And that is a real concern, that you can't adjust to these pitches. And they were talking about over-preparing. I think they've underprepared for these wickets.
I don't know where BJ McCullum's going with that.
They should have taken advantage of the fact no Cummins.
That was strange.
I mean, Paddy Cummins being out. That
Cummins, Hazelwood and Lyon.
Come on.
You got the 3 best bowlers.
Take advantage of it. So, and of course, it's fishing night.
Oh,
Nettie McHenry will be in town. So look forward to a really good show and your contributions.
We'll see you at 4. Tim Geneva, Stephen Rowe, next.
Coming up next, Adelaide's only local sport show. It's the very latest in sport, live from Adelaide. Enjoy.